It's a beautiful Sunday morning in the fabulous Florida Keys. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty. As realtors in the Florida Keys, we get asked a lot of non-real estate related questions as well as real estate related questions. Most of them tend to be about, the boating, the fishing, the nightlife, the shopping, the dining, the island living, the beaches, things of that nature that you'd expect people would want to know. But another one I get asked a lot, and I really don't elaborate on it much here, so I'm going to today, is the school system. We've had a lot of families moving down to the Keys. It used to just be basically an adult town, and there weren't many children around, but more and more families are moving down here. Now the people are working remotely from home. They're moving down to the Keys. They'd rather work from your house in Key West in the backyard in December than work in the negative 12-degree weather of Michigan or Wisconsin in the winter. Our public school system is excellent. We have one of Florida's better public school system. And the school system also has an excellent athletics program. We have several Key West kids that have graduated Key West High and gone on and play in Major League Baseball. Several of them have gone on and played for the NFL. We have an excellent athletics program and an excellent academic school system in Monroe County. On this day in history, actually, September 8th, back in 2009, Key West High School's television production program won 5 awards at the 35th Annual International Student Media Festival, which was held in Louisville, Kentucky. Their film was a film called Be Unique, and it was based on what it's like being a teenager growing up in Key West, and they won 5 different awards for that program. So that's one more feather in the cap of the Monroe County Public School Systems. It's a very good program. This is my morning market MLS update video I do every day right about this same time. I report all the new listings in Key West and the lower Keys that have come on the market in the last 24 hours. If you watch this video every day, you will be ahead of most buyers. You'll know about all the new listings from Big Pine Key down to Key West the same day the realtors do. That's very valuable information for a buyer to have. I find most buyers wait for a home to come on to Trulia or Zillow or Realtor.com or one of those websites before they inquire about it. And oftentimes the problem they run into is by the time those websites put a house live online, it's been on the multiple listing service a couple days and all the good deals are already under contract. If you watch this video every day and see something you like, you can call me right away. I'll make an appointment for us to go see the house, or if you're not here locally, I'll go look at it on your behalf. We can do a FaceTime walkthrough video, or I'll video it and put it up on my YouTube channel for you to see. And if you like what you see, we can write up a contract and have you under contract on the home before most buyers ever even knew it was available for sale. You can also get a much more detailed description of these listings, including photos, if you follow my blog, keywestinvesting.com. There's a lot more information on the homes in the blog, a lot more detailed descriptions, any unique features the home might have. It'll mention different room uses, room dimensions. There'll be photos of the inside of the homes, photos of the outside of the homes. If the home happens to have a pool or happens to be waterfront, there'll be photos of the pool, photos of the water view, photos of the boat dockage. It's just a lot more information than I can cram into a couple-minute quick YouTube video. Again, that web address is keywestinvesting.com, and it's updated every day from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like it and stay current with what's being listed in the Florida Keys, please click that thumbs up like symbol down below, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do a video just like this every morning, and you'll be able to see what's being listed every day at what price. We have 4 new homes to talk about today, new on the market in the last 24 hours. But before I tell you about the homes, the state of Florida's legal department makes me cover the boring stuff. The information I'm about to give you comes directly from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. I'm not accepting any responsibility for any of these listings. I'm not claiming any of these listings to be my own listings. And I'm not accepting any responsibility if there's any inaccuracies in the information I give you. I'm simply reading it to you right from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. The first house we have is a great home. It's in Key West's Truman Annex neighborhood in Old Town. It's a 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom, 3,213 square foot house with a very large pool in the back. The Truman Annex is a very desirable area for several reasons. The two main ones are, first, the location. It's just a couple blocks off Duval Street. You can walk to Duval Street. This particular house is just a few houses up from a pedestrian-only gate that you can walk through, and you're right on Whitehead Street, which is 1 block from Duval Street. You can walk down to Mallory Square and catch the world-famous Key West Sunset Festival in less than 5 minutes from this house. You can walk to the restaurants, walk down to partake in the nightlife if you want to. You can walk to the new Truman Waterfront Park. If you're in town to catch a concert, you can walk to the Coffee Butler Amphitheater. And it's a short bike ride out to Fort Zachary Taylor, which is a state park. In my opinion, it's the nicest beach we have in Key West. It'd be a little bit of a long walk to get out to Fort Zach. It'd be doable, but I would suggest a bicycle. A lot of people who live in Old Town close to Duval Street, a bicycle is their main source of transportation. They use their car once every couple of weeks if they need to go to the grocery store or need to pick up a large item somewhere, but otherwise they use the bike. The other big advantage of the Truman Annex is the properties can be rented in 7-day intervals, where the majority of Key West is a 30-day minimum rental period by law. So they're very popular with people buying homes to use them as vacation income rental homes. That being said, these licenses, when they were issued, they were issued on an umbrella program, and they're up to be voted on in 2025. There's a possibility that the licenses could go away in 2025. If they did have to go to the 30-day minimum rental, the Truman Annex would still rent great to the vacation renters just because of the location. But if you're buying a home like this, any home in the Truman Annex, for the sole purpose of the rental income, I would hold off until after the 2025 vote. The houses over there are very pricey. Speaking of price, this one's offered at $4,599,000, which I know that sounds high, but that's actually very low for a 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom, 3,200 square foot house in the Truman Annex, especially one on Front Street. That's one of the more elite streets in the Truman Annex. So definitely worth taking a look at. Then in Key West, Newtown neighborhood on 18th Street, there's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 1,680 square foot house. This is on a little over a 5,000 square foot lot, which is fairly big by Key West standards. It's being offered at $1,575,000. I won't go as far as to say that's overpriced, but it's definitely at the very top of the price point. If you did decide you liked this house, I think there should be some room for negotiation in the price. Don't be shy about making an offer, but we can talk about that when you call me to see it. Then we go up to Big Pine Key in a neighborhood called the Avenues. They call the neighborhood the Avenues because the streets are Avenue A, Avenue B, Avenue C, and so on. This one is on Avenue H. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 960 square foot house. Most of the homes in the Avenues have smaller lots. They're anywhere from 2,800 to 3,500 square feet because the Avenues was originally all mobile homes. And one by one, those mobile homes have been being removed and a house being put up in its place, which is the case with what happened with this house. This one, however, is on a 5,000 square foot lot. It's on a full-size house lot. It has a metal roof, which will save you on the insurance, and it also has an in-ground pool. It's being offered at $825,000, which, again, I will say it's at the top of the price point. I won't say it's overpriced, but it's definitely at the top of the price point. If you're in it for the long run and you think this will be your home for 10 or more years, definitely take a look at this one. The Avenues is Big Pine Key's up-and-coming neighborhood. When I first started selling real estate in the Keys, I actually worked out of Big Pine Key back 26 years ago, and the Avenues was considered like Big Pine's ghetto. You didn't want to go there, but now the Avenues is a very nice upscale neighborhood. It's up and coming, so it's worth investing in, especially if you're going to be here for a while. Then also on Big Pine Key on Tulip Lane in a subdivision called Eden Pines, we have a 2-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom, 1,131 square foot house. This one's being offered at $699,000, which is an excellent price. Eden Pines is a very nice subdivision, a very well-established subdivision. This would probably be one of the less expensive houses in Eden Pines. Most of them start around the $650, $700 range, and a few of them will go up over $2 million. But they always say the uncommon rule in real estate, or the common rule in real estate, you're much better off having the cheapest house in the millionaire's neighborhood than having the nicest house in the entire trailer park. And that's what this is a case of. You'd have the lesser house in the nicer neighborhoods. So the upscale homes around you are only going to bring up your value. That's all we have for today. If you want to take a look at any of these homes or any home anywhere in the Florida Keys, give me a call at 305-731-0501. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to showing you homes in the fabulous Florida Keys. And more importantly, I look forward to making you my neighbor. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty.